Hello everybody, I'm Doggo, and today's video we're going to be doing a Glitchtrap D.I.Y. We're going to be doing an actual Glitchtrap D.I.Y, so let's get to the materials. For materials, you're going to need black felt. You're going to also need some purple felt. You're also going to need some white felt. You're also going to need a little bit of white fleece. This like peach colored fleece. You're also going to need this kind of dirty brown color. It was the most accurate color that I can find for Glitchtrap. It's gonna work. You're also going to need, obviously, your fabric scissors. You need some thread. I'm just using black because why not? You're also this is optional, for what do you call it? It's gonna be optional, for the little stitching on Glitchtrap's ears and all of his body. But you're also going to need some yarn. And finally, you're obviously going to need a needle. Sewing, obviously. Because this is a sewing DIY. So yeah, those are the materials. There's also going to be an actual pattern in the description for this DIY, so yeah. Download that pattern, print it out, cut it out, and yeah, follow along, hopefully. Alright, so I just cut out the pattern for Glitchtrap. Head, obviously Mickey Mouse, like I said before. Liar! Ears, bunny ears, obviously. So yeah, let's get started by sewing this part real quick. Alright, so for this, you're just going to want to sew these darts together. Just fold it like this, and then just sew darts down straight line. Yeah. Alright, now this should be how it should look like. Now obviously this is not done because we're still missing the eyes. Well, we're gonna come back to that later, but for now we're gonna work on some other stuff, such as the muzzle for Glitchtrap. So let's get to that. Alright, for the muzzle, you're just gonna want to sew these two darts together, like the same thing basically that you did with this piece, basically. You're just gonna want to sew these two pieces together for Glitchtrap. That's muzzle. So yeah. Alright, so this is how it should turn out. Same thing we basically did with this part. Yeah, I drew this little sketch. Ignore that. But yeah, it should come out like this. Now you're going to want to do the same thing you did on this side with the other side. So I'll show you guys when I finish that real quick. So this is how it should look like, both sides sewn together. Now what you're gonna do is you want to fold this in half, and then basically do the same thing you did for this side, but this time you go from all the way from down here, all the way to up, all the way here. So you're just gonna want to sew from down here to up here. So this is how it should look like. Now it's going to look a little bit weird when you flip it inside out, but that's okay. It's normal, because we still haven't added this part yet to the muzzle. Now what you're going to want to do is, you see these little darts? No, you're not going to want to sew them together like we've done before. Well, not yet. You're going to overlap it onto this, to the same parts of the muzzle, and then only then you sew it together from one side to the other. Okay, so this is how it should look like when you fold over this little piece on top of this, and then you sew it from one side to the other. That's how it should look like. Now you're going to want to do it the same thing with the other side. Okay, so this is how it should look like. Now you can still see that this is still not secured all around the muzzle. Now to secure it, we're going to grab this piece again, and we're going to sew this muzzle on from here all the way around to here. Okay, so this is how you genuinely want it to look like. Now I know the eyes aren't there, but we're gonna do them later. But for now, we're gonna just do the ears next. But this is the genuinely how it should look like. Now the lower jaw is gonna look a little bit weird because it's not stuffed yet, so it's gonna look all wrinkly and all that. Also mainly because I sewed this part, or to give the muzzle a little bit more form and shape, as well as these outer edges right here. So yeah, I just sewed it all around, and then I just stuffed the muzzle between these two holes. So yeah, let's get on to the ears. Okay, so these two pieces are for the ear. Now you're gonna want to put one on top of the other, and then you're gonna want to sew from down here all the way to here to the other side. Now you're gonna want to leave this spot open so that you can fold the ear inside out so the stitching doesn't show and so the ear can look good. So yeah, I'll show you. Alright, so this is how you want the ear. This is how you want it to look like. Now, obviously, like I said, I want to leave this spot open so you can fold it inside out, which I already did. Now you're going to want to do this with the other ear. So, now for the back part of the head, obviously, we've done this many times, but we're going to want to fold these two pieces over on top of each other, and then you want to sew from here all the way up to here. So I'm going to show you when I finish that. Okay, so this is how you want it to look like just like this. Now you're going to want to do the same thing you did here with the other side, so I'll show you guys when I finish that. Okay, so here are two pieces. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab one of them and then put it on top of each other, and then you'd want to sew from down here all the way up to here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab this piece that we did earlier, and you're going to want to put inside out, obviously. What we're about to do is just sew on the back piece of the head, which is this part. Now you're going to want to also put in the ears inside. So what do you call it? So that they're attached, and so we call it side. So yeah, I want to put in the ears in. So this is how you want it, and then you're going to want to put this piece on top, and then you're going to sew from down here all the way up to here. So you're going to want to sew all the way there. So I'll show you guys when I do that. Okay, so this is how you genuinely want the head to look like. Now I know we still haven't done the eyes, but we're going to do them right now just to finish off the head base. But yeah, this is how it should look like. You know, where I said sew from down here all the way up down here, and to the other side. With the ears also in here. So yeah, it should look something like this when it's flipped inside out. It should look something like this. Now I know this wasn't here before, but I just decided to stitch them on these little details just to make Glitchtrap a little more accurate. You don't have to do this. This is optional. You can just glue the inner ear piece in here, but I just stitched it in. So what do you call it? Stitch it like this so it can be more accurate to Glitchtrap. So yeah, let's just get to how to make the eyes. Okay, so you're gonna have two different pieces for the eyes, obviously. Now you're gonna put this one on top of the bigger eye piece. You're gonna want to sew from here all the way till here. We're gonna leave a little bit of an opening, and from here to here, a little bit of an opening so that we can stuff the eye. And then after we stuff it, we are gonna sew it shut. So I'll show you guys how it should look like. Alright, so this is how the eyes should be. A little opening over here so that we can stuff it. So we're gonna stuff the eye. A little bit of stuffing. Just stuff the eye. And then after you fully stuff it, and there's no more room to stuff it, you're going to want to continue sewing and then just close the eye shut. So yeah, just stuffing it like that. You're gonna want to sew the eye shut and just tie your knot. And yeah, you should be done with the first time. And you will want to do this again with the second knot. So yeah. Okay, so here are both our eyes. Also now, almost sun and all that. Now what you're going to want to do is just grab your head, fold it inside out. Then you want to grab one of these eyes, and you're going to, just line it up, and what do you call it? And as soon as you line it up from the edge, so from here all the way around the eye, so it's secure. And then you're gonna, after you do that, you want to do the same thing you do here to the other eye. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, so this is how it should look like. Now I know it looks a little bit weird. It's going to look a lot better when we add details. So let's get to that. Okay, we're gonna do one side, but for the eyebrow, you just want to outline it. Outline the general shape of the eyebrow. There's an ink line. So you want to just outline the general shape. And then after you finish outlining the shape, after you're done outlining the shape, you want to just color it in, but obviously I'm not done. So just speed it up a little bit when I'm done. I want the outline to show you guys. Okay, now that I finished the general shape, I just want to, slowly color it in the eyebrow. So I'll just and obviously you want to do the same thing you did to this side, to the other side. And then you should be done with the eyebrow. So now we can move, now that you're done with the eyebrows, you can move on to the other details. Alright, for the eyelids, it's really easy. You just want to draw the eyelashes, 3 eyelashes onto the eyelid, which is pretty simple. It's just a little triangle, so you just want to do that on the eyelid. And yeah, you should be done with the eyelid. And after you're done gluing, after you're done sharpening the eyelid, the eyelashes, you'd want to just glue the eyelid onto the eye. Show you guys how to do that in just a second. Okay, so for the eyelid, you just want to grab your glue.
Wait! Stop.
Okay, thank you. Glue gun, obviously. And you just want to, on the back side where the eyelid's not facing, you just want to get some glue, put it on there, and then spread it evenly across the eyelid. And then after you're done spreading it, spreading all the glue, you just want to grab your blush, then you want to put it on the eye. Making sure it's even with the eye. And I'll pat it down a little bit so that the glue stays firm. It's actually on there. And I'll pat it down on all sides, and then yeah, that's just one eye. Now you want to do the same thing you did with this eye, onto the other eye. Alright, for the iris, you just want to cut out a circle, draw a little with Sharpie. Want to draw a little dot in the center. Since Glitchtrap's eye is just basically like that, pretty simple. After you did that, you want to do it obviously with the other eye. And after you're done with both eyes, you want to grab your blush and just glue it on. So obviously, you need to grab your glue gun. Put some glue on the eyes. What do you call it? On the back side of the eye, where the dot is not showing. Spread the glue evenly. And grab your plush and just put it on. Just pat it down so the glue is secured onto the plush. Now you want to do that with the other eye too. Okay, now that you're done with that, obviously it's looking a lot better now with the details, taking form and all that. But you want to Now we're gonna do the nose. So obviously, cut out a little triangle with your black felt, and just round the edges. You know, trim the edges. Now, after you've done that, you're going to grab your glue gun, and then just put some glue on it. Spread it all over the nose, and after it's all nicely spread, just grab your plush and put it on the little tip of the muzzle. And obviously tap it down like we've done with all the other pieces. And then, yeah, it should be good, like that. So I show you guys the whiskers. So here are the 4 whiskers. Here's now, obviously it's 4 because Glitchtrap has 2 whiskers on each side, making it obviously 4 in total. And what you're going to want to do is just glue on. Grab your glue gun, again like we've always done, and just put a little bit of glue on the edge. And after you do that, you're just gonna want to just carefully put it on there. And just pat it down a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna bend it a little bit so we call it, so the whiskers can be a little bit better. But yeah, this is just one of the whiskers. Now you're gonna want to do the same thing you did with this whisker with all the other whiskers. So yeah, you're just gonna want to do the same thing you did. All the whiskers, obviously. And just, yeah, it should turn out good. So yeah, I'll show you how this side will look like, and then I'll just cut to the mouth. So this is how it should look like one side. I'll just bend it a little bit so the whiskers can be a little bit better. So this is how the whiskers should look like on one side. Now you're going to want to do the same thing you did on this side with the other one. So I'm gonna cut to that, and then we're gonna get straight onto the mouth. Alright, so this is how the head should look like right now. Now obviously we're missing one more thing, the mouth. Alright, so for the mouth, you want to cut out a shape similar to this. And then you'd want to cut out a total of 8 teeth for Glitchtrap, since he has 8 teeth. Alright, so this is how the teeth cutout should look like. What you're going to want to do, like we've been doing, you want to just glue down the teeth. So yeah. Okay, now this is how the mouth should look like. Now you're going to want to just glue it on. So we're going to do what we did before, you know, just put a dab of glue. Now, just spread it around again. So yeah, you just want to do this, and then you're going to want to glue it onto the mouth. Alright, so this is how it should look like. Now we're going to move on to the body. Okay, so here I have the pattern, the body pattern for Glitchtrap. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab a stomach piece, and you're going to put it here. You're going to, what you call it, fold the edge over here, and then you're going to want to sew from here all the way around to the end, which is right over here. Alright, so this is how it should look like. Now, what you're going to do now is just grab this piece, and you call it, fold it over on top of this, and just sew from here all the way across to here. Alright, so this is how you want it to look like. Now that we're doing this, we're going to want to grab this piece, hold it on top of this, and you're just going to want to sew from up here all the way down here. You're going to also want to do it with the other side. So I'll get back to you guys once I do that. Alright, so this is how you want to look like. Now what you're going to do next is just fold this over on the edge. And then you're just going to want to sew from down here all the way up here. So, alright, so this is how it should look like. Now what you're going to do after that is fold inside out, obviously, like this. Then you're going to grab this piece, you know, line it with this seam. And then you're going to want to sew from here all the way around to this other seam. this seam. Okay, now that you're done sewing the bottom part, this is how it should look like. Now you can see that I just added some stitches. You know, to make it not look a little bit better. This is optional, you don't have to do it. I just decided to do it to make it look more accurate. But yeah. Now we're gonna move on to the legs. Okay, now for the legs, you're gonna want to be really careful for this part, because you can accidentally sew the leg upside down.
You look at it! 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 I want all of you to look at it!
I've done it many times before. But you're gonna want to be really careful not to sew the leg upside down. Now this is going to be our left leg, the plush's left leg, and this part is going to be the plush's right leg. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now for the arms, they're both, it's just like this. It won't really matter which is which. For the legs, it really doesn't matter. And what you're going to want to do is just fold it on top, like you always do. And then what you're going to want to do after that is just sew from here all the way down here. Okay, so this is how it should be. Now notice, the thread's still on here. Haven't tied it yet. That's for a reason. Now what you're going to want to do is just grab your foot, which is basically the bigger circle. Don't grab that hand on accident, please. Grab the foot, and then just align it with the edge, and then just sew. Just sew along the edge, and then you're gonna want to do this all around the foot. So I'll get back to you guys once I do that. Alright, so obviously here's how your leg should look like. And what you're going to want to do is grab your body that you have right here. And what you're going to do is be careful. This leg, that goes down here, curve down here, and curves upwards and down, back down here. This will go right here in the left spot of the body. You're just going to want to, fold it back inside out, stuff it in there, and then you're just going to want to sew from this seam to that seam, and then you're going to want to sew all the way around back to here. So now this is how it should look like. Now obviously you're gonna want to do it again, but with the other leg. And that should be pretty simple now that you've done this leg. So yeah. Okay, so this is how it should look like right now. Now you will notice I stuffed it, obviously. And what do you call it? I just added some stitching on the legs, just to give it some detail. I think pretty accurate. Now that we're done with the legs, we're going to move on to the arms, which is the last part for the body base. So obviously what you're going to want to do is the same thing you did with the legs. Now grab your little piece, your little arm piece, fold it over, and just sew from down here all the way up here. So I'll show you guys in a second. Obviously this is how it should look like. Now I sewed a little bit, but basically what you're going to do is just, do what you did with the leg. Get both edges of the fabric, and then just put it together, and then just sew through. And then yeah, I want to keep doing that till you go all the way around. So yeah. Alright, so this is how your arm should look like. Now what you're going to want to do is obviously the same thing with the legs, inside out, stuff it in there. Doesn't matter which one it is, because the arms are just the same. Although it does matter with the legs, but for the arms, like I said right now, it doesn't really matter. Basically, you just want to do the same thing you did with the legs, which you just sew from here, from this seam to this seam, and then just sew all the way around the circle. So alright, so this is how it should look like with the arm sewn. And again, I stuffed it, just to see how it looks like. And yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. So now what you're going to want to do is the same thing you did again this arm. You want to do the same thing, and just sew it, and then yeah. Okay, so this is our body. Now it came out pretty nice. I said the arm is gonna be the last thing, but I might have lied. Now, that is completely optional. You don't have to add this bit, but I'm going to be adding a little tail. You know, see your Glitchtrap? It's just a circle. It should be around the same size as your foot. So yeah, I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, so for the tail, what you're really gonna do is just do a running stitch, which is like this. You put your needle right here. Then now that you poke it through the fabric, you wanna fold it over and then poke through the other side. And then you just wanna keep doing that until you do it all the way around the circle. Now this is how your tail should look like. Now what you're going to want to do is grab a little bit of stuffing, put it in the center, and then you're just going to want to pull on your thread. So you want to pull slowly, not too tight, because then the thread will break. So pull, and once like this, you just want to sew through so that this stays shut. So yeah, you just want to sew through that after something like this, somewhat, so that the tail does not fall apart and so it can stay together. Now this is how your tail should look like. Now what you're going to want to do is just grab the body. I want the tail to go like around here, so I'm going to ladder stitch it on. So to ladder stitch it, all you really have to do is just grab the needle, go poke through the fabric, and poke outwards like right over here. Pull on it a little bit. And then you're going to want to do the same thing you did with the tail over here. So just poke through the fabric, poke through the other side, pull, and yeah. You're going to want to keep doing that all around on the tail so that it can be secured on. So yeah. Okay, so this is how the tail should look like on the body. Now the body base is actually done now. Now we're gonna move on to the vest. For the vest, as you can see, let's cut out the same shape as the body pattern, but this time I kind of altered it, so we'll have this little piece for the stomach piece. So now that you have this, obviously you can also see that I added some stars. This is completely optional. I just added some stars to make it more accurate. Added them by sewing with yarn. It's pretty good. But yeah, like you did the body, you just want to fold this over and just sew from down here all the way up here. Okay, so this is how the vest should look like. Now I left this a little spot open for the tail to pop out, not so it doesn't get stuck under the vest. But now what you're going to want to do, again, like you did with the body, you want to fold this over this little piece and just sew from down here all the way down here. And you're going to also want to do that with the other side. So yeah, this is how your vest should look like. Now all you really want to do is just put it on your Glitchtrap. Just test it out, see if it looks good, and yeah. Once you put it on your Glitchtrap, just looking at it, see if it looks good. This one looks good. The rest looks good. So I'm gonna keep it on. But I'm gonna take it off so that I can sew on Glitchtrap's head. Sew the head onto the body. All you really need to do is just ladder stitch the head on, which is basically the same thing you basically did to get the tail on. So yeah, I'll show you guys once I do that. Okay, so this is how Glitchtrap should look like right now. Now what you're going to want to do is grab your felt and cut out these following shapes. For the purple felt, you just want to cut out this big purple rectangle and this other small thin purple rectangle. This is all just for the bow tie. So for the black felt, all you really want to cut out is just 2 black circles just for the buttons. Okay, so let's start off with the bow tie. For the bow tie, all you really want to do is just fold it over like this, over here in the half. And then you want to do that with the other side as well. And then after you do that with both sides, you just want to fold it over again, again behind, and it should give you this shape. So after you get this bow tie shape, all you really want to do is grab your other fin rectangle and just wrap it around the bow. So this is how it should look like. So now once you do that, all you really want to do is grab your glue gun, put a little bit of glue in there, and just pinch it. Just want to pinch it, wait for it to dry a little bit. And then after it's done drying, you're going to grab your little scissors. You're going to snip a little bit of this off. After you're done with that, you're just going to grab your bow tie again over here where the glued part is. You're gonna grab your glue gun, gonna slather some glue in there, on there, spread it around a little bit, and then just put it on Glitchtrap. Just pressing it, just press down on it so that it can stay on there firmly. And then yeah, the bow tie should be on. Now let's do the buttons. For the buttons, should be simple. We've done this a lot with the head. We just want to do a little bit of glue in here. Spread it around the button. And then just put it on here. And then just after that, you're going to want to press down on it so it can stay firmly on there. And then yeah, that's one button. And you're going to want to do the same thing you did with that button with the other button. And since Glitchtrap only has 2 buttons, this should be pretty simple. So yeah, and then it should be done from there. After gluing down every single part, you should put on the vest again, and this is how it should look like. Now I really like how it turned out. I really hope this Glitchtrap DIY helped some of you guys. But yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, thank you.